What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Jay Spence the King with your man Vacation Joe Miller, the smooth, buttery voice Vacation Joe Miller, with my
What's
man
happening?
Sterling Furrow. He's being a mixologist right now, so give Joe a moment here. I don't went mute there. We got my man Sterles for the girls there with us, and then we
What's
got
up?
everybody's favorite legend from the '90s, Mr. John Fina himself. What is up, number 70?
What is up? Happy to be here, I think.
Man, we're happy to have you, man. So we started the show a couple minutes early because the draft is going to start in like less than 2 minutes. So we wanted to get in here, kind of give you all some insight. We got Joe, we got Sterling, we got John. Some obviously everybody else is in the draft room, but they're not going to join us here tonight. So we're going to get going. I have the number 2 pick. I'll go ahead and read the draft order real quick. We'll get Joe's thoughts on everything, and then Sterling real quick, and Fina, and then we're going to get right into it. So we got Brando going first. I got the second overall pick, so I feel like Jonathan Taylor is in my future. Jonathan has 3. Mimi with the 4th pick. Allen Adventures, I think that's Colt. I'm guessing that's Colt. John Fina is number 6. My man Cam is 7. Anthony Marino is 8. Hungry Hippos, that's you, right, Joe?
What's up?
You're the Hungry Hippo?
I'm the Hungry Hippos.
All right, you're drafting 9. My man Steros with the Trill Bills is drafting 10. 11. My man Bryce is drafting 11 with the Blue Cheese Heads. He's a Green Bay Packers fan, but he's down with Buffalo Rumblings. So, and then Buff's boss team, you already know how Steve does it. We're gonna get down. So let's get into it. We got 20 minutes or 20 seconds to get into it. Who you think going number 1?
It's got to be Jonathan Taylor or Josh Allen, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that. I'm in that boat too.
I think Brando is absolutely going number 1. He's going Josh number 1.
Here we go.
Let's see. So and Christian McCaffrey was first.
Whoa! Surprise!
Whoa.
Surprise!
Wow.
Jay Spence the King is on the clock, and now he is no longer on the clock.
Oh boy.
Jonathan's team is drafting 3 overall. For those who don't know, I mean, if you couldn't tell by Joe's laugh there, I just took Josh Allen number 2 overall. It's over with.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there was no. I don't understand. Let's get into this. So while we're going through it, and our picks are coming up here and there. To me, I feel like fantasy football is obviously about scoring the most points every single week. That's just how I see it. So the thing is, I understand that you have strategies and you have things and blah, blah, blah. If you have a player that is almost unanimously considered to be the best fantasy player of the year, who scores the most points, why would you not take him number 1 overall, regardless of the position?
Oh,
I agree.
True. It's true.
I agree, and a lot of times it comes down to where you're drafting as well, right? So I mean, if you're drafting top, middle, bottom, like I am, if you're drafting at the back, so second overall is high, generally speaking, for normal fantasy draft, but in this instance, with only a half point for reception, I think it's a wise pick taking Josh Allen first or second overall.
Mr. John Feenan with the Derrick Henry pick at number 6. I like it. Why did you what led you to Derrick Henry there, sir?
You know what? Durability. He's a gamer. I think that even if they have a tough year, they're going to feed him. He just gets the ball. He makes things happen. And frankly, I suck at this game, so it doesn't matter much anyway how I go. But I like Derrick Henry. I've always liked him even when he was at Alabama. So now he's on my team. Yeah,
see, I love him. He's on my dynasty squad. I'm just a little concerned. Even having him on my dynasty team, I'm just a little concerned with his overall health. Just, is he going to come back from that injury from last year, or is he, is he going to be a shell of himself? That's a concern for me. But no, Derrick Henry, if you get 80% of what he was last season, you're still going to be in good shape.
I like it. I'll take 80%. That's what Joe
Sterling
gives every time we do a show.
So, dang, hey, he burned my guy right there. I just took Jamar Chase, so I'm pretty happy about that. Actually,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I was stuck between Chase and Diggs, and I'm a more believer in my quarterback than the other quarterback. So
I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and take all the Bills players, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, I'm okay with y'all taking all the Bills. I only want Josh. After that, I don't like having Bills players on my squad. I talk about it every year. The expectation that you have from your guys when you also have them on fantasy is just too much pressure.
It's crippling.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man, that Saquon Barkley pick, man. That's
Who picked Saquon?
Bryce. Bryce picked Saquon Barkley with the 11th pick.
Hey, he's with that offensive line. I mean, they're gonna have to give him the ball 100 times a game, anyways. But
is he gonna stay healthy?
Nope.
That's the problem,
right?
That is the problem. If he can stay healthy, then by all means. But I don't see it, man. I don't think that Listen, I like him. I want him to succeed. I want Brian Daboll to have the most success as possible, but I don't see it, man.
Uh-oh, we're about to have our first auto. Oh, no, it happened. Who do you take? Who just got taken?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones at the 14th.
Oh, man, I mean, I'll take Devontae Adams. I mean, if I have to, I'll definitely do that.
So at the 15 overall pick, Sterling takes Devontae Adams. So you're not concerned at all about the drop off from Aaron Rodgers to Carr?
Nope, because my lineup is gonna be so loaded. It's just gonna be like next man up, bro. That's how nice it's gonna be tonight.
No, I respect it. I feel like when I look at that, a lot of times I look at it where it's like, when you go to a team like that and you got to spread the ball, he's gonna eat. But
right.
you got Hunter there, you got a good running back with Josh Jacobs, and then you're talking about Darren Waller, who I think is a top 4 tight end in the league. So when you're talking about having multiple guys that need the ball like that, you're almost looking at an offense like the Bills potentially. But Carr is going to be that one. He has to step up.
Yeah, there's a lot of players in a lot of places that are former sure things. Alvin Kamara, right? And then there's a lot of guys that are like, could they possibly be sure things? DeAndre Swift, who I just took, who had a good year last year.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper pick for sure.
I was considering that. Couldn't decide. I love DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara's off the board.
Yeah, Kamara just went. But it's interesting because Swift was injured last year a little bit, and it seems like he's got the world in front of him, but he's on the Lions. So, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's what it comes down to. It's like every good player for the last 4 decades who goes to the Lions, you just like, oh, it's great to watch him. You can go back to Barry Sanders. Watch him Barry.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see here. Jonathan took Debo. That was where I was going.
And you know what? It's like I think it's a little bit different too when you're in a league full of Bills fans. I think one of the underrated things to look at is that positional value. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because we're biased. We're going to place a higher value on Bills players, right? But, I just got Jamar Chase and Devontae Adams in the first 2 rounds. And that's, when you talk about value and target share, them dudes are going to eat all day long.
Yep.
Yeah, but so I feel a little bit insulted because my choice was between Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs, and I don't think you're going wrong with either of those guys. So it just gives me a little bit of extra to root for. But I got Diggs and I got Swift. So and you and I are right next to each other. I don't think I did bad target wise. Swift is going to be the boss in that offense, don't you think?
Oh no, and I wasn't trying to single you out. I think Swift is a good pick.
Get him, Joe. Get him, Joe. He was singling you out, bro.
Yeah, no, that's all love, man. I ain't trying to single you out, but I think you do have to be cognizant of, how good are the Lions going to be this year? I don't think they're going to be that good, and they're going to be behind late in games, right? So, which means they're going to be throwing the ball to Jameson Williams and these other guys, and so I don't know, is Swift going to be, extremely dynamic out of the backfield, getting touches? I don't know.
He was last year. He was.
Yeah, I don't know.
The screen guy, if you will.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely tough. Just as far as 12 team leagues, first and foremost, are challenging, right? So
for sure.
Shit, Mark Andrews just went. That sucks. Oh well. So
and the King's Guard is up.
King's Guard is up. Let's see. Where do I want to go? I'm go with playoff Lenny. Get that running game going.
Leonard Fournette in every draft that I've been in has got this like extreme value placed on him, and I'm like, people, do we not realize that that's still Leonard Fournette? Like Nick Chubb just went after Leonard Fournette. Like, I don't understand what are we seeing in Leonard Fournette? I'm just asking because I don't know. Like, isn't he still like a 3.7 guy?
What do you mean?
Like yards per carry? Doesn't he average like 3.7 or 3.9 yards per carry or something like that? That was the rub on him last year.
Right.
Maybe.
I guess the thing with him is, he is a threat out of the backfield too. And Brady's gonna feed him the ball. So
true.
I mean, I think it's a solid. I don't know if I wouldn't pick him in round 2, or where did he go? Round 3?
3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went 3.
Yeah.
3.
So I'm not that high on him, but I'm
high on. I picked him, so I'm high on him because of a couple of reasons. One, when you look at the roster, when you look at how it's composed this year, and you look at the injuries that are there, they brought in an older guy like Julio, so I feel like the passing attack is going to hurt a little bit. I think they're going to end up they're going to have to figure it out at least early.
Yeah,
they're going to be running the ball a lot, so it's hit or miss, obviously, every year. But I feel very confident going with a guy like Leonard Fournette. I have no issues.
Well, it's my turn to draft, so this is a tough one.
Trill Bills.
T. Higgins, but I already got Jamar Chase. I don't feel like I need to. Keenan Allen, Ezekiel Elliott, man, I'm not touching him. Eli Mitchell, I could pass on that. Oh, man, this is tough. And I got 30 seconds left.
Got 30 seconds left.
Yikes.
Eli Mitchell would be a reach. I feel like it'll be a tough one.
Right.
Well, while Sterling is wrecking his brain here, Joe, let's talk a little bit about what, Buffalo. Obviously, everything that's been happening, the league is real now. I know we're doing fantasy tonight, but the league is real. Any surprise cuts? Any surprise? Oh, my man Colt is in the building. What's up, Colt? My bad. Colt, can you hear me?
Oh crap! I can't hear you. I'm gonna head out.
Technical difficulties.
We'll get him back in here when he gets himself.
Surprise cuts to me. No, I don't think there were any surprise cuts for the Bills. I mean, obviously OJ Howard was a surprise, but anybody that was watching camp and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a great deal of like, is this guy really like a former first round draft pick? Like, did we really pay $3.1 million for this guy? There's a great deal of like not seeing what the talent was. So obviously the speculation was huge as far as OJ Howard. I think it's more surprising that Hodgins and Blackshear both made it back to the practice squad. To me, that's the surprise of this preseason. Why does
that surprise you?
Just when you look at, Blackshear clearly, Fina talked about it last night or Monday night on the off tackle show, just about Blackshear's vision, his decision making, setting up his blocks, getting the outside, speed of the outside. It was there. And then Hodgins, we can all name 5 teams that need a wide receiver right now. The Patriots, the Texans, right? There's a lot of teams that need wide receivers that Hodgins could have gone to, the Giants, and helped probably right away. So just a surprise to me.
Yeah, I think with Hodgins, though, I just think, this is his 3rd year in the league, and I think you need to see more, in terms of get off the line, release package, separation. I think you put a good preseason together, but, I think he would have to fit a specific scheme. I don't think he's a guy that just you can go get and then have him fit whatever scheme that you're trying to employ. So, good for the Bills that he's back on the practice squad. Maybe he can develop more, and we'll see what he could do.
So Hodgins is a misnomer, right? And I agree and disagree. He's a 3rd-year player. He's going into his 3rd year, but he was on IR his 1st year. He was shut down for the whole year, his rookie season. So he was not with the team. He was not practicing with the team. He wasn't rehabbing with the team. He wasn't doing anything. He had mini camps and stuff like that. And then when preseason happened, they shut him down to get his shoulder surgery. So he's entering his 2nd season.
Yeah, but he's not. And why didn't anybody else pick him up? That's my thing. You see what I'm saying?
Why did 7 Jets players get picked up? Are they better than the Bills guys? Right.
I think it's fit. I think it's fit. How do they fit in the scheme that we're trying to run? And so I don't think he's that much of a nuanced player at this point in his career where he's like, oh, he's a definite upgrade over this person or he does this one thing really well. I haven't seen it. But I mean,
he catches really well.
You talk to
really
him.
well.
So what does he tell you?
Well, I've been staying out of his business the last couple of days for obvious reasons, right? So, sorry, I'm trying to set myself up with the light so y'all can see me. It's getting dark over here. I've been staying out of his business. I've been just trying to steer clear and just effectively, wishing him the best and telling him I've been praying for him and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, I've been letting him and his family do what him and his family need to be doing right about now, right?
For sure.
Figuring out what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. So space. I've been giving them space, I guess is the way that you would put that.
So what about Blackshear? That was everybody's favorite pick. I feel like it was everybody. Colt, are you with us now? Can you hear and talk and everything?
Present and accounted for. Yeah.
Let's get it. So let me ask you, man, how do you feel about the Blackshear cut and then re-signing back to the practice squad? Did you think he would make it back to us? How did you feel that would go?
Yeah, I mean, I think the writing was kind of on the wall. I think you love the idea, right? You always are hoping that we're going to find that splash guy, but when you're drafting running backs year after year, it's going to be hard. But I think that you're able to keep him around, and kind of the same reason that like maybe Hodgins, he's not being picked up by other teams is there's so many guys available, right? It's just there's so many guys out there, right? I mean, you're talking about running backs are a dime a dozen. So if a guy really hasn't been in your camp, you really have to be sold on them to bring them in at this point, right? Because the Bills, you've had them for the past, month and a half, 2 months where you've been giving them everything you got. So I think there's a lot of teams that look at it like that and just there's no reason to go after it because they have that same guy on their roster.
Yeah.
High quality player, but you've got 3 really good running backs in front of him, in my opinion, right now, right? I don't think there's he didn't do enough to overtake Singletary. He's not going to overtake Cook, just because of the draft status and everything. He'd have to do something phenomenal to make that happen. And Moss, to me, I know a lot of people aren't massive fans, but I feel like this is the year of the Moss, and you're going to see exactly what he was brought in here to do. And I think that that's part of the reason as well.
I like that, Colt. But I can I say this though? I feel like as Bills fans, we're so used to, because we've been bad for so long. We're so used to looking at these guys who are fringe roster players and putting so much more value on what they actually are, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And we're a loyal fan base, and so I feel like I find myself doing it where I automatically gravitate to some of these guys, and I have to go, wait. I watched the film before they were a Buffalo Bill, and I'm like, I mean, sometimes it just doesn't add up. So Blackshear, although, I love what he was able to do, but he's doing against third stringers. Maybe he could develop. Fred Jackson was a guy that was, not sought after, overlooked, and look at what he did. So we got examples like that where we see guys come in and have a great career. That's just not the norm. That's just not norm. You get a 4th round pick or 5th round pick in Kyle Williams. That's not the norm to have the career that he had. So, I mean, I hope he does well, but.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that at all. I think that is 100% of where we are, right? As Bills Mafia, we just have to understand that we don't do the fringe anymore, right? Like we've got such a stacked roster that the fringe it's realistically it's second string is our fringe now, right? That's kind of the way it is. So yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
Like if this is 2015 Bills, Isaiah Hodgins is starting. He's probably wide receiver 1, 2.
Yeah.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So. This is a tough roster to crack. So I mean, but you look at it from a player development phase, and what great blessing it is to be around all these good players in this system and stuff like that. I mean, you can't beat that, man. That's just dope on all the levels.
Yeah, I mean, I think that speaks to why guys come back. I mean, you get to hang out with Stephon Diggs every day of the week and learn from him. I think you're gonna choose that over maybe even potentially just getting into a team at this point because you haven't had their playbook. There's got other guys there that have had the playbook that already have the advantage on you. So you got to go in there ready, like with the idea that you're going to kill it. Either that, or I think you stay and do kind of what we saw with Hodgins. You stick around, if you can.
Speaking of killing it, with the 57th pick, Joe Miller's Hungry Hippos drafts Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset with Fina's daughter right off the bat. She took my player right in front of me. That was the only thing I had highlighted. So I looked back up and I was like, oh no, now what? I wasn't prepared.
Who was that? Did she took?
Eckler, man. I'm a big Eckler fan.
Yeah.
He's realistically, I think he's probably the best running back in the field. I mean, I would take JT and then him. I think he's phenomenal this season. But
yeah, no, that's fair.
Hopefully we get some Singletary, a little Eckler-esque. Yeah, I think Singletary looks healthy this year. If we give him room to run, I think he's going to blow up.
I hope so, man. I really hope so. Cammy Poo 2915 in the comments wants to know if somebody picks up OJ Howard, do we still have to pay him or does our cap number go away?
So we don't have to pay him.
No,
he's been picked up, right?
Yeah, by the Bengals. The Bengals picked him up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what I'm not doing is drafting Matthew Stafford. I ain't doing it. I like Matthew Stafford, but I can't have that the weight of the first game, the opener, on my mind with this dude at quarterback from my team. I can't do that to y'all. I can't do that to Buffalo Rumblings, to my conscience.
Hey, we finally filled our punter position as well. So Sam Martin signed today. Yep. I personally love it. I think this is a phenomenal pickup for the Bills. Obviously, before we knew of any of the craziness that happened, Matt Ariza was somebody that all Bills fans was loving it. Like, we loved it. But he's gone. We can't get him. I think to fall into a Sam Martin like this, it's like, come on. like, can the Bills pray for better? Like, what the heck?
Yeah. So I was having a side conversation with somebody in a chat today on Twitter, and there was a certain Twitter site that had talked about the Bills trying to go cheap. They were trying to lowball any punter that they could. And then there was the conversation of Martin being in Buffalo. And they were asking me, what my thoughts were. Are the Bills going to do it? And I was like, I hope that a team that has like Super Bowl aspirations is ready to spend Super Bowl money on any position that is going to help them get better. And punter is one of those positions, clearly. And I have no shame, Sterling Furrow, in taking Dawson Knox right now.
Oh man, I was going to take him.
Not anymore.
Thank you.
I mean, you honestly, you really can't go wrong this year with taking anybody with the Bills offense this year. You know what I mean? Like, you take somebody.
It was him or Goddard, right? It's like, or Cole Kmet, who everybody's raving about right now. So
he's going to have a big year. I mean, he's probably one of the only realistic weapons that they have out there in Chicago. I think he's going to have a great year.
Well, and I think that he's a great outlet for Justin Fields, and if he's available next, I'm taking him because he's the son of Frankie Kmet, who got drafted in the 4th round by the Buffalo Bills in 1992, the same year I got drafted.
Nice.
So Frank Kmet came to Buffalo, but he was coming off a broken leg, and he never made the team, but certainly a really cool dude. So I get to have his son.
Let's see.
How many picks do we have? I don't even know. Like, I got to start thinking, like, down the line. No idea. Doesn't tell me picks remaining, does it?
It's 18 total, John. 18 total.
You're done when we say you're done, Fina.
I got to go pick up the Italian.
You're at round 7. And I think Sarah might be correct. I think we paid OJ Howard because he got released. Maybe. So it was guaranteed money. So he got paid.
Oh yeah, when it's a guaranteed contract, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, he's dead money.
Yeah, we're paying him to play somewhere else.
Yep. Which speaks a lot to what and I don't really get it because I think Hayden Hurst is more than capable of being a good tight end, especially in that team and in that role. So I don't know. That's a tough. I don't see the fit for him there. Oh man, 40-some seconds. What do we do?
I think you about to ask a question about Sam Martin.
Well, I was we didn't really talk, so let's get to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I like it, man. I know he played 7 years with the Lions, 2 with the Broncos, and 46 yards per punt. I mean, that's impressive, man. He's punting in this Denver air, dog. He's gonna get a little bit more hang time.
But the away wasn't far. No, I looked it up. The split wasn't that different.
It wasn't that, but it had to be
Yeah.
somewhat different because
No, it was like a yard. I'll look it up real quick because it was. I actually talked to somebody about it on my. I posted about him the other day, and somebody had the same excuse, and I'm like, "Yo, he played 9 games outside of Denver, and they looked it up. It was literally like a yard, like 1.2 yards."
that's good because he's a guy that typically, I mean, he's money inside the 20. Last year he had 28 punts inside the 20-yard line, so I'll take it.
We only punted 52 times all year last year, so let's hope that number even goes lower. I agree with Joe's sentiment there, though.
I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
I got it already. So away, it was 43.2. At home, it was 42.6. So it's it's 0.6 yard difference.
We'll take it.
So go ahead, Colt. I'm sorry for cutting you off there, man.
Yeah, I think that it's exactly what we were trying to do. I think this move it's awesome in regards that we're going to get a Pro Bowl quality punter late, but it's not the plan, right? We were trying to do this on the cheap. They were expecting 4 years of paying special teams like little to no money. You know, I think that was the overall goal. And this hopefully we haven't seen how much he's going to be paid yet, but he left Denver because of money, right? So I got to feel like it's going to be a decent amount.
Well, his contract, I think it was like 2.3 or 2.4 million or something like that. He wasn't looking for more. They just didn't want to pay him that much. So I still don't think that I don't think he's going to come in here and he's not looking for a $5 million deal. I think if you're smart at this point, any player, you absolutely have right in front of you the best opportunity possibly, and maybe 2-3 other teams in the league that you can look at like this. But as a player, it's like, wait, okay, this is my chance. Let me
golden ticket.
Yeah.
Does he stick around for a few years then? You guys think? I mean, he's 32. He could probably stick around 3 years or so, maybe.
If you're smart, I think you attach yourself to Josh Allen for as long as possible. I don't care what position I play. If I'm the backup kicker and the Bills tell me
8 seconds, Sterling.
Oh, hey. I got this, Joe.
I got your back, brother. I love you too much to let you auto draft.
Yo, and you know what, Sterling? That was a good pick to me. Like Amari Cooper, I understand that Deshaun Watson suspended for the majority of the season, but he's still gonna be the main target. And then when Deshaun comes back, if you stash him when Deshaun comes back, he can basically help you. Like he'll help you win the playoffs.
Yep, that was the whole reason behind that.
Yeah, great pick. Let's get back to the draft a little bit. Let's kind of look at how some of the teams are forming here. We got Mimi. We just talked about Mimi's team. So hey, she's looking good. She has a great defense. She has the Buffalo Bills defense, the first to take a defense off the board. Her quarterback is Jalen Hurts. Allen Robinson the second.
She took the Bills
defense. Yep.
Damn it.
So Jalen Hurts for quarterback. Allen Robinson second for wide receiver. Jerry Jeudy, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Kyle Pitts. She doesn't have a flex yet, but she has Buffalo at defense and doesn't have a kicker. That's a heck of a team.
What the hell's a flex?
The flex, it could be a wide receiver, a running back, or a tight end.
It's just one of your 2 non-starting running backs or non-starting.
Just draft extra guys, John. Just draft extra guys.
Extra skill players. We know how much you love the skill players.
You just can't put a quarterback there.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Sterles, what's your team looking like? Go ahead and read off your roster to us.
I'm drafting.
He's
on
the clock.
You're done. I'm sorry.
If I don't pick, I'm screwed. But I just went with Tony Pollard.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's a solid pick. So right now,
how do you really feel, Colt?
Yeah, I like that.
So right now, I got Kyler Too Short Murray rocking the quarterback, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Eli Mitchell, Cam Akers as running back 2. I don't have a tight end. Got Cortland Sutton as my flex, Amari Cooper, and Tony Pollard.
Nice. Very nice. Are you comfortable with your team?
I like it, man. I like it. Picking 10th. I'm in this. I'm in this thing. I'm in this. It's so hard, like doing this and then looking at the draft here. I'm like, it takes me like the whole minute to pick my player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little different this year, man.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how thin tight end is. It's amazing to me how thin running back is. I mean, even now, wide receivers, we're at pick 95. Hunter Renfrow, who got 100 targets last year, is still on the board. You know what I mean? Chris Godwin, still on the board. It's just hard to believe how thin. And if you look at the running backs, there's nobody. You're just like, all right, who's this crapshoot guy this weekend that I'm going to play? So, yeah.
Brando just took my guy, man. I wanted Allen Lazar. It's all good, Brando. Good pick there, boss. All right. So what do I want to do then?
Isn't that the thing with running back though? I find myself getting into these drafts, and I always think the same thing. Like, who's running back? But there's always somebody that comes up.
Always.
Well, the big fantasy secret is when a big dog, so a Dalvin Cook or somebody like that, goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever their backup is, that next week you play them because there's no film on that guy, and defenses don't know how to scheme him. And normally he has a huge game, and then the week after that is when he falls off. So it's hit or miss, but there's a level of like dartboard strategy to it for sure. But
yeah.
But at this point in time, I mean, when you look at, I mean, who do you trust? Miles Sanders at this point? I don't. Right?
Trying to call out him about the pick? Is that what this is all? Is this what happened right now?
You can take him. Well, I think he's number 1 on the board right now, so there isn't much science going into that one.
Yeah, this is sketchy territory in here right now.
Right.
This
is the.
Oh, we have 15 rounds. Is that what we're doing? Is 15?
I believe so. Yep.
8 to 15. Okay. So I should probably make a move here.
Let me ask you guys this about the bit. Let's get back a little bit talking about our team and kind of how this direction is going. So obviously we got our punter. We just talked about that. What about this defensive line, man? I feel like a lot of the mock drafts that I saw, or not drafts, the mock 53-man rosters, I saw Shaq Lawson not being included. We saw, it's weird. So how do you all feel about, we can start with Joe and then Cole, we'll go around like that. So Joe, how do you feel about it?
Just going to your guys' roster prediction on Monday, how about Joe Giles Harris, who you guys had making the team, and Balin Spector getting bounced? And it actually was the flip. Balin Spector made the team, and Joe Giles Harris ended up getting cut and being brought back to the practice squad. To me, that was a surprise.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drafting. I apologize.
No, you're good.
No one's listening anyway, Joe.
Do it quicker.
Wow, that's my friend. That's my good friend John Fina right there. By the way, can I just say that I'm in the middle of this group on the screen, and I love all like 4 of you guys. Like, you guys are some of my best friends, and I can't wait to meet that dude week of the home opener.
I'm getting excited.
Right there.
Yep, it's coming up.
So can we talk about how I just took Pickens? Y'all want to talk about that?
George Pickens.
He's wide receiver too. Of course he's gonna play.
I was thinking Pickett. I was thinking the quarterback for the Steelers. My bad. It's funny.
Oh Lord.
I'm liking
my roster. He can't help you now, John.
I'm liking how mine is turning out. I got Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, boo, but he's going to give me points. Michael Thomas, Leonard Fournette, David Montgomery, Darren Waller. I got Ramondre Stevenson and Justin Tucker. And then I got D-Hop on the bench. He has a 6-week suspension.
I had so much hope for Ramondre Stevenson last year. I thought for sure that dude was just going to go nuts in that Patriots offense. Dude put the ball on the ground, twice, and then freaking Belichick set him on the pine. And he never recovered. It was almost like his confidence just took a hit.
He ate against the Bills.
Yeah, that was about the only game in preseason.
Man, Robert Woods with the 110th pick.
That's crazy.
Hey, John, how do you feel about the way that offensive line? So, the guys who made the team, like Monday we did we did the whole thing. We went through everybody. It was some surprises to me.
Not on the offensive line.
You don't think so? Because you personally had a particular center on there that didn't make it. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's hard. I'm not there at camp. Can't really evaluate, but to me, sometimes it's almost like a coin flip. I looked at all right, if you take Bates and you have to put him at center, then who goes to guard? And, there's talk, well, maybe Spencer Brown goes to guard, or it's Saffold and who's the other guy? DeRoten or Van Roten. So I just didn't see enough on Van Roten. So I kind of was in a flip a coin category, but felt like, to me, more than anything else, the first 5 you put out there, you want to get 10 healthy games out of them.
Right.
That's the thing. You don't want to go week 2 and then somebody's out, and then you're working on different kind of communication skills, and it's beyond that too. It's the feel for the guy that you're playing next to. I mean, there's a lot to that. You just know how they're going to move through a play and where you fit next to them. So, well, it's my turn. So let's see.
So real quick, if I can come up here. I can't pull up. Oh, wrong place. So, Spence, can you pull up the comment from Cammy Poo 2915? Do you see it, Spence, or no? There it is. Yeah. So Sam the punter this year, basically, and draft another one next year. Can we all just agree that we should never draft a punter again? Like if literally we cut our drafted punter at the 11th hour, and then we luck into Sam Martin, doesn't it just prove that there's no point in drafting a punter ever? Let's never draft a punter again. Can we just all agree?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not against that necessarily. I mean, there's only 32 jobs available, right? And there's obviously more punters than that. So I think you can sit around and wait almost.
I think there's enough guys on the street.
Yeah. I mean, and we saw that this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of close competitions around the league this year. So there was going to be some guys available either way. I think you can almost wait. It's awesome if you can maybe 7th round like we were doing, right? Like if you can hit it, that's cool and all. But I think you could also just go pick up a new guy almost every year for 1.5, and he could do you justice if your team is good.
Right. I'll never get over. We talked about it a little bit, Spence and I have, just about the Bajorquez situation. And the funny thing is I've been roped with this, you're a fan of punters and Corey Bajorquez. Again, I lost a bet. That's the only reason I ever bought that jersey. It's because I lost a bet. But just the whole way that Colton Schmidt situation went down. Bajorquez, did he even punt in preseason? He didn't punt in preseason, right? The Patriots cut him.
So.
The Patriots cut him. The Bills released Colton Schmidt, who was serviceable and good. Signed Bajorquez, and Bajorquez was I mean, he wasn't great. We just all agree that Bajorquez was not a good punter, and he was a worse holder. It just, there's a whole lot about this stuff that's strange to me. So
I feel you.
I mean, I don't know about just not ever drafting a punter again. I mean, there's guys out there that are really, really good, man. And if you can get a guy like a Stonehouse, and I mean, that's some dudes.
Sturls, you're out there in the West-ish kind of, and so are you, Fiend and Spence. What is up with Marquette King? Why? Marquette King is basically blowing rose petals at the Buffalo Bills. I'll pay. I got miles. I got points. I'll fly myself to Buffalo. Put me on a team I want to win a ring. Why will nobody sign this guy? He left the league wanting more money as the best punter in the NFL.
He's been blackballed.
But why?
People don't like his attitude on the field.
Yeah,
man. It's
he got
too
personality.
extra for a punter.
Yeah,
He's too loud for a punter. He got swag, and he's
not
different, man. He's not quiet.
Yeah,
he's not quiet. He's gonna ruffle some feathers, not necessarily in a bad way, but he has energy, and it's different. You don't see that from a punter position. But yeah, I think honestly, it doesn't sound nice to say, and it's not easy to say, especially live on air like this. But I really think that that's what it is. He was blackballed, and it sucks that it's still happening in the NFL like this to talented guys. The guy is still a very talented kicker. Period. Punter, kicker,
right,
whatever you call him.
Right. That's just crazy to me. It's hard to believe.
Yep. Nope, I'm with you.
It's getting down to the nitty-gritty now.
Yeah, it's getting down there, man. I see Sammy Watkins is still available. He's
nobody
out there
touching
with,
that.
I was gonna say he's out there with Aaron Rodgers though.
He's looking for the edge of the flat earth.
You didn't see his sweet promo pic, Sterling?
Looking for
he looks
aliens.
good. He looks good in that promo pic.
I'm sure he does.
He looks good.
I'm cool.
Dude, did you all really let me get Mike Gesicki at pick 128? Come on.
Yes.
Hey, everything that's coming out of camp is he's even saying he's not even part of the offense.
Yeah, you can have him.
He will be.
You've seen Tua throw.
Joe
That's
Joe
why-
likes to believe the best in everybody, even like when they're not good.
Dang.
Oof. Yeah. Little.
Lord.
I thought he had more shots. I thought he had some more drinks. He's gonna come back at me. He ain't say nothing. What's up, Joe?
I'm
You
just-
chilling?
My man just smiled.
Yeah, he just took it in. I think he wrote it. He wrote it down. It's marked down for
He's
next
like,
week.
oh,
Yeah,
got him.
okay.
Mental note. I got him back.
Yeah,
All
but
good.
you got to think about it with Tua. I mean, I'm not a Tua believer, and like Justin Fields doesn't have a lot of weapons. That makes Cole Kmet a good target, in my opinion. Right, and same thing with, but in a different thought pattern. I don't have a lot of confidence in Tua throwing the ball downfield, so I think you got to kind of keep your eye out for the tight end. You know, I mean that's going to be his safety net. Now, it could be wrong. Maybe Tua is going to be everything every Dolphin fan thinks he's going to be. Sorry, it's hard to say without laughing. But
Well, and to agree with that is that Tua has a superstar wide receiver he's supposed to throw the ball to this year. And like somebody like Fields doesn't have that. He's got Mooney, who could potentially be a superstar, but he doesn't have that same value. Gesicki, he might catch balls that Tua underthrows to Hill.
who is the Cleveland quarterback?
Brissett.
Jacoby
Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, yeah.
That might mean I should take Njoku.
I was going to grab him last time through, but he's got the same bye week as my other guy, so I had to let him go through.
Yep.
But he falls into that same line of thinking. I agree with you.
You pay attention to the bye weeks? Has I been supposed to have been doing that?
There's so many guys available, it doesn't necessarily matter. But
well, now I'm gonna look. I don't even remember what tight end I picked. That's how good I am at this crap. I picked Cole Kmet. I just said it out loud, for God's sakes. All right, I'm taking Njoku mostly because I think he has a cool name.
Hey, let me ask you guys
he's a
this.
high quality player.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Let me ask you guys this, because I asked Stats this last night on the Code of Conduct. Are there any teams coming out of the NFC that you think could, like, different than the usual suspects? So no Tampa Bay, no, obviously the Rams won last year. Are there any teams that you think can be a surprise pick this year for the Super Bowl?
I would say don't put your money on Tampa Bay. Their offensive line is a shambles.
Yeah.
At this point. But yeah, so I'll let somebody else go as far as a surprise pick.
I'd say look for the Saints, man. I think we sleep on Jameis too much, and I think they got some good weapons. Their defense is solid. They're kind of, people aren't really paying attention to them. They picked up Chris Olave in the draft. I think they're going to be really good, man. I think if I had to pick a sleeper surprise team, I would pick the Saints out of the NFC.
See, that's where I'm going. That's really where I said that last night on the broadcast. I said I think the Saints are improved. I think last year when you watched Jameis prior to his injury, he was one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Like his touchdown interception ratio was very impressive. He had the Saints offense rolling. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think they still have a good defense. So I'm looking forward to watching that team.
You got to think at some point. Oh, sorry.
My bad, Joe. No, go ahead. My bad.
I would say you got to think at some point in time, just with the talent that's on the roster, that the Vikings are going to be able to put something together, right? At some point, get lucky and put a string together. I mean, just the guys they've got on that football team, it's just amazing to me when you look at the Dalvin Cooks, the Justin Jeffersons, that defense, that they're just mediocre. It's just I don't know, just Colt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're much of a sleeper, but I feel like San Fran, this is their year that they're going to be there.
Really?
And, yeah, they're a good football team. No matter they're very similar to the Patriots, and they don't always look flashy and great and everything, but they win. I don't think their division's that tough. If I was going to go like a little deeper and maybe like take a flyer, the Eagles. I think the Eagles have potential to ruffle some feathers and surprise people.
I don't believe in Jalen Hurts, and I'm not ready to believe in Trey Lance. Is that just me?
I think Trey Lance is protected, and I think you saw that they could do it last year with Jimmy G, so I think you can protect him. I think Jalen Hurts he's more than enough to explode. And if you look at what they're going to play against, and the Cowboys who can never keep it together, the Giants, they can't get out of their own way. The division's like essentially there for them to just take, and they're going to have a shot to go into the playoffs. And I think that's why they could cause some ruckus.
Yeah, the Giants are going to lay down, right? The Cowboys are going to beat themselves. There's just nobody on that offensive team. I mean, who's on the Eagles?
AJ Brown. I mean, Jalen Hurts was running like a madman last year. I mean, I think that you're going to be surprised a little bit in what they do, especially you got to remember a lot of these teams too, of like where they finished last year dictates who they play this year. So some of these teams are going to get walkthroughs essentially compared to what, some of these other teams are going to have to do to get there. Potentially.
You're not wrong.
I don't know if we're going to have good connection, but my man Steve from Buff Hub has decided to join the show. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me?
Now I can see you.
Yeah, Steve was good, dude.
Thank you for your service,
going
my
on,
friend.
Guys, hey, you won't believe it, but exactly who's on my board is exactly how I drew it up, and it worked out. My 2s and 3s are kind of landing. Although I had a little bit of frustration getting the connection rolling and all that earlier, it worked out. Keenan Allen, Joe Mixon, I can't complain, man.
Hey, your team actually here. I'll pull it up, man. I think you have a pretty good roster overall, man. You got Trey Lance, CeeDee Lamb, Keenan Allen, Joe Mixon, Ezekiel Elliott, Schultz as a tight end, DK Metcalf as your flex. You got Elijah Moore on the bench, Tyler Lockett, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you're looking pretty good. San Francisco with the defense, good defense.
I'm chilling, man. I'm feeling good about it. How are you guys doing so far?
I mean, you're going to still take that L, so I'm doing good.
It's a long season, man. Don't make enemies early. I might just trade when you least expect it.
Hey, it's all good, man. I we can make up later, but when it's wartime, it's wartime.
Yes, sir.
But what's going on with you, man? I feel like we haven't seen, personally, we haven't talked to each other in a while. I don't know what's going on with you. What's going on? What's new?
Man, every day is feeling like another different day of who knows what's happening in the military. A lot of stuff is happening. So, when you go up higher in ranks, things just become so different on so many levels. So I've been very busy as far as my job goes, and running the podcast it's been pretty cool. It's like my breath of fresh air, but I feel like I've kind of been a little bit of a hermit. I haven't really invited people on just because my schedule's been crazy, but things are looking up now, and it's looking pretty cool. We're picking up different deployments, and it's been interesting to say the least.
Well, man, first of all, obviously always it's a thank you for your service, and we appreciate you, man. But hey, man, we love that you're still able to do everything and still represent Buffalo Rumblings and Buffalo in general. Man, keep doing it, man. And I'm sorry I got to beat you in fantasy, but keep protecting this country. Keep protecting this country. You're going to win that war. Whatever war you over there, whatever you're doing, you're going to lose this one, though.
hey, just remember, man, hey, don't burn a bridge when you need that trade for Joe Mixon or somebody, man. But it's too late now. Now I'm coming for you. I'm coming for the throne.
Hey, come for the throne, man. Come for the throne. Hey, Fina, are you liking how your team is rotting out here?
No. I have zero confidence in myself. I have no idea. I hate this stuff.
He did
but I love you guys.
Like all the same bye weeks.
Everybody, I picked everybody with bye week 9.
Nice championship.
Like it. Yep. Hey, that's only one loss then, right? One potential loss. That's it.
Yeah.
So this is why I get so frustrated by this. Like the one year I picked my team, I got hammered, killed, and never played for years. And then I got sucked into it last year, and I was coaching football, so I just said auto draft me, and I end up winning the playoffs, So I was like, what difference does it make? I have no idea what the hell's going to happen. I mean, it's fun to try and get guys you like, but then every time I was like, no, I need to pick this position, but I want that guy. I want to get at least one Buffalo Bill. And the only one I got was Tyler Bass. So I guess I'm all right. I don't know.
Hey, Bass scores points. Hey, he's even good to have.
Bro, I'm just terrible at this. I mean, it's nice to be on here and hear you guys are so much smarter than I am about players and teams, and that's okay. So.
You could have stopped it. You guys are so much smarter than I am. Period. Right there. You just ended it.
No. I had to qualify it, Joe. I had to qualify it.
I need a backup quarterback, and there's nobody here worth taking. Who has 4 quarterbacks on their roster? Because there's no quarterbacks left. Like, what the heck?
They're all worth taking.
Really?
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, I mean, you got Mac Jones. You got
Mac Jones, number 85
Matt Ryan.
in the top 100.
Matt Patricia's a great play caller, so your offense is stacked.
Matt Ryan is the same bye week as my current quarterback. That's not going to work.
I had Matt Ryan in Dynasty in one of my leagues, right? And right after he played the Bills in the first playoff or the first preseason game, I was like, he's over. It's over. He looks slow to me. I thought he was going to do that. He looks pretty slow to me.
Dude,
How many running backs do you guys take? I have no idea how to do this. I mean, I guess I need 3. Don't I need 3 running backs, or is that the flex position?
Basically, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 quarterbacks.
This is nauseatingly annoying.
This is just comical to hear Fina talk like this.
Yeah,
he sounds like somebody's uncle that just learned how to pick up a phone and use the iPhone or something.
I feel like John could perfectly put together a good football team.
Oh,
but
for sure.
fantasy, he's sitting here I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but he
I
knows.
have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and I didn't. That's why I auto drafted, and then I won $250. I'm like, what the hell? I give up. I give up before I even started.
Well,
So my third running back, though, is my flex. Should I not have drafted a running back at the flex position? Should have been a receiver?
No, it's fine.
It would have
It's just
automatically
auto-populates.
done that for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
auto-populates.
Yo, Steve, where are you stationed out of?
Oh, I'm stationed out of a place I can't really disclose out in Nevada, but it's
Okay.
it's a journey out here, man. It's every day I drive out here. It's literally an hour drive, and it's hot or it's absolutely brutally cold. And yeah, I mean the mission out here is pretty cool. We do a lot of support for troops on the ground. Yeah, to say the least, I work on drones, the MQ-9 drone. So it's pretty much the drone that pretty much wiped out all of ISIS. Is
Wow.
what I'm part of the mission that supports that. So it's been a journey, man. It's been 4 years now, and I've met a ton of Bills fans out here though. So I live out here in Vegas, so I'm out here in the desert, but it's fun out here, man. It's a different vibe. I'm used to Florida. I'm used to the moisture, but yeah, I know. Wait, Spence, are you from Arizona?
Well, I'm from Buffalo, but I live in Arizona now. Yeah.
Yeah. So how have you adjusted to the climate, going from like just absolute moisture to like little nothing?
That first year was brutal for me. Like the first year, man, I couldn't do anything. But now I love it. Like there's no way I can see myself moving back to any climate that's cold and wet like that. I just can't do it.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, it was a reverse for me. I lived out here in Tucson my whole life, and then I got drafted by the Bills, and I was like, man, I like this weather. I just don't want it to last as long as it did. But I love the change. So, you know, there's a couple of Bills backers clubs in Vegas. I can't think of the names of them. There's one it's off the strip.
Naked
It's in
Pizza.
kind of a... Yeah, I haven't been to that one for a game. The guy that runs Naked Pizza, he's a pretty cool dude. You go check it out. I mean, I would tour all 3. Were you there last year, or is this your first year there?
No, I've been here for about 3.5 to 4 years now. But I went to Moon Doggies. That's where I went, and it was absolutely live, man. It was probably the best pizza I've had since I've been out here. They were straight from Buffalo. They opened up their business out here. It's a good time. It's packed all the time. It's a small little dive bar, and I tell everyone, even if you're not a Bills fan, to go check it out for games and stuff like that. It's such a good time. Super
So
fun
that's
out
the one
there.
I think I went to. There's like there's a fentanyl shop right to the right as you're facing it from the street, and then there's like hookers across the street. Is that the one, Moon Doggies? Because I
Yeah,
went to
sounds
one
about
of the
right.
clubs, and I was like, whoa, this looks pretty dicey.
It
Is that
looks
the one?
Where's the
Dump?
fentanyl?
You walk in, and the bar is on the right. You walk in, and the bar is on the right.
Yeah.
Fina,
Okay.
the fact that you know
that's the one.
that is dicey.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Fina
even
walks in the bar. Fina walks in the bar. Is like, where's the fentanyl and the hookers? Come on.
Yeah. He said, I got 50 on it.
Hey, don't say it like there's something wrong with it.
Hey, no judgment.
Hey.
Well, that's it. I made my last pick.
All right,
And-
listen, I know Buff Hub, you got to get out of here, man. Listen, thank you for taking the time. I know it's difficult with the connections and everything. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Keep doing what you do. Anytime I come to Vegas, I'm going to look you up. I'm going to see, or in Nevada, if I'm up there, I'm going to see if you're close enough and you're free to connect. But hey, take care, man. I got to try to get you on the show in the season, get something going, man. You got anything you want to say before you get out of here?
No, I love all you guys. I'm super excited for this draft. I like that our community has gotten stronger and stronger as a network, and I appreciate you guys for all you do. All the love you shed to the fans, and it's inspiring to see how Buffalo as a community has gone through so much, and we've been able as a network to be able to be, I guess, an outlet of positivity and support for so many people right now that are Bills fans, that are affected, and especially you, Spence. You definitely have been outspoken, and thank you for doing that. A lot of people aren't very brave, and you're one of the few. So, keep shining that light, and everyone else obviously as well. And thank you guys so much for having me on.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. We'll see you, man. You be safe.
Take care. Be safe out there. Hey, fellas, I'm going to jump. I got to go pick up the Italian. And thanks for hosting and running the whole show. Send your money to me at the end of the season. Love you guys.
Wow.
Love you, Fina. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Colt, you got anything you want to say before you get on out of here, boss?
No, man, just super stoked that we're doing this stuff, having the pick'em contest and all that kind of stuff as a group. I think it's just, that's part of it is just really when I came over, that's what brought me here was, I knew you guys and just being part of the family with you guys and, just growing and having fun as we do this. So appreciate everybody. Make sure you come hang out on Thursday nights. I get lonely. No, I'm just kidding. It's not lonely, but there's knowledge over there. Come and get it, people. Come and get
knowledge.
it. All
Mad
right.
knowledge.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Love you.
Yes, sir. Love you too, man. Sterles, you got anything for us before we get out of here?
Well, I'm happy to be a part of the team. I'm going to go look for some hookers and some blow real quick. And then just make sure y'all give me show me all the money, all the dollars.
I just can't with you sometimes. Like, I never know what you're going to say. So I do sometimes get worried when it's like, Sterles, you got anything to say? I just hold my breath. Like, it's like a Isaiah McKenzie punt return. I just hold my breath every time. Joe, you got anything for us, man? Vacation
Nope,
Joe.
Just over here seeing the best in everybody. That's all I can tell you. So.
Hey, well, listen, everybody. This was a fun time. We wanted to do it a little different last minute. I couldn't quite figure out how to get the draft to be shared without showing my picks, so I didn't want to do it. But what I'm going to do is, as soon as it normally takes like 15 minutes or so, I might wait till the morning, but I'm going to post everybody's, how Yahoo sends out like a report card. So we're going to do the report card so you can see everybody's teams. You're going to see how everybody did. And then, hey, talk to us in the chat that we kind of put on Twitter. Come on and talk to us. Let's get some engagement going and have some fun with it. We love you guys. We're going to get on out of here. The next time you hear from Joe Miller, it is going to be his show that's like the first one before the season starts. The next time you hear from the Hump Day Hotline, it's the night before the game. Did you hear what I said? The next time you watch the Hump Day Hotline, it is the night before the game. The
Crazy.
Next time you hear from Sterles, are you doing your pregame like you're supposed to do? Like
on Sunday.
But so not Thursday. So you're doing Sunday this week, but not next Thursday.
Right. So I'll do Sunday for the game, and then hopefully, I think Joe and I talked. I'm going to be on with Joe. Right? Is that correct, Joe? I'm going to be on with you
for Hump Day.
For Hump Day.
For Hump Day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in LA, so I won't be able to make it for Hump Day. I'm gonna try to jump in and kind of, whatever's happening. I'm gonna try, but get excited. The season is here. Like we got one more weekend, and then it's real football.
What's Colt doing? What's Colt doing on Thursday night?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you being preempted by a football game?
I think it's called the Buffalo Nerd Sports Podcast. It airs live 5 p.m. West Coast, 8 Eastern. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be on, and then I'll probably I'm flirting with it because obviously I'm going to have kickoff day, right? You know, Thursday we'll be kicking off
That was
together,
my
hopefully.
question.
So come hang out. I might trickle it up a little bit before 5 just so people are out before the actual kickoff, or we might kick off at the normal time and just watch the first 10 minutes of the game together because we do normally do about a half hour there. So yeah, we'll be live for kickoff, so make sure you guys are there ready to hang out and chat. All
right, well, Joe, why don't you send us home from Myrtle Beach?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been tuned into the Hump Day Hotline on the Buffalo Rumblings Vidcast Network, presented by Picasso's Pizza. Make sure you order Buffalo's best pizza. We are pizza. I don't know if did you hit that at the top of the show? I missed the whole.
I don't even know. Did I do that?
I'm doing it now. So we all getting paid. We're getting paid because I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
www.picassospizza.net for myself, for Jay Spence the King, for Colt, for Sturls, for all the Buffalo Rumblings. We love you guys. Go Bills.
Love y'all.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Colt, go Bills, man.
Go Bills, baby.
Yeah, what's up?
All day, every